Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, Akko was nice enough to send over a keyboard for us to unbox and review. Full disclosure, they are not paying me to make this video and all opinions are my own. And before we get started, remember to subscribe to help support the channel. Okay, as you can see from the packaging and the title of the video, this is the Akko and Gudetama collaboration keyboard. As you can probably guess, the entire keyboard is going to be Gudetama themed. I really love great packaging and I think they did a great job designing this box. As you can see labeled on the outside here, this keyboard uses Akko CS crystal switches. I'll talk about them more later on in the video. Now let's finally open up the box. Inside, the keyboard is packed nicely and protected with lots of foam and a keycap cover. Let's put the keyboard to the side for now and see what else is in the box. It comes with a standard quick start guide and manual which guides you through all the features the keyboard has. The board does have full RGB lighting and you'll find the instructions to control that here. Also in the box, we have a nice switch puller. It's a great addition because this board is Hotswappable. So if you want to change out these switches at any point, you'll be able to do that really easily. And to wrap everything up, we also get a keycap puller, a USB-C cable, and some extra keycaps. Okay, that was everything packed inside. Let's unwrap the keyboard and take a look at the custom art. As you can see, they really went all out with these graphics. They used some high quality dye sublimation to get some really crisp edges and perfect coloring. Not only that, but the actual art is really good too. I think they're all really funny and cute and make the keyboard super unique. Honestly, I'm really impressed. If you're wondering, the model of this keyboard is the Akko 5108S. The keycap profile is JDA Profile, which is a bit taller than a classic cherry profile. Typically, I'm not the biggest fan of alternative keycap profiles, but for some reason, I found typing on this board really easy. Probably my only complaint for the board is the connector. As you can see, the port is recessed really deep in the center of the board. As a result, I wasn't able to plug in my own cable that I typically use. My cable is pretty standard, I wouldn't consider it oversized by any means. Despite that, I wasn't able to fit it in all the way. It might be hard to see on camera, but you can kind of see that my cable isn't able to fully plug in. Also, it's being bent slightly upwards, so I didn't want to try forcing it and breaking something in the process. To make up for this, the provided cable actually does something really cool. Besides it fitting perfectly, you can run the cable not only through the middle, but also the right and left through these channels. This is really useful when it comes to cable managing your desk setup. The option to choose between the three positions should be useful for everyone. Also on the back, we have some adjustable feet. The keyboard can be angled in any of three positions. Personally, I found the middle to be the most comfortable for me. As I mentioned before, this keyboard is fully hot swappable. It supports 5-pin switches, so you should never run into any compatibility issues. Also, I did want to mention that the stabilizers are pre-lubricated. In my opinion, it's pretty light, but I think it actually gets the job done at the end of the day. The switches that were included with my board are the Akko CS crystal switches, a completely clear switch that lets light shine right through. It is linear and takes 43 grams to bottom out. The total travel distance is 4mm with a pre-travel of 1.7mm. I found typing on them to be quite nice. And when I opened them up, I noticed that the spring was larger than typical. Larger springs often lead to a flatter force curve, which might not be for everyone. Okay, the last thing I wanted to show off before the sound test was the RGB. I know the keycaps aren't shine through, but you can still get a good amount of light around the keycaps thanks to the clear switches. There is a bit of flickering in the video, but that's just due to my camera. In real life, it looks completely fine. And again, you can find instructions to control the RGB in the manual. The link to check out the keyboard will be down in the description. Remember to subscribe if you liked the video, and now let's take a listen to the sound test.